Hello, everyone. How are you again? Today I have something on my mind that makes me want to ask why. Why, oh why, oh why, oh why. Why are there feminists that want to get married? To some people it makes sense, but at the same time to me it doesn't because of feminism's history. To me it's like early American settlers wanting to pay less taxes. Wanted to pay more taxes after 40 years of separating from Britain because they didn't want to pay taxes at all. Feminism was always anti-male, anti-family, and anti-marriage. Or at least at one point it was. But it's still definitely anti-male today. All the feminists from the third wave were against it, right? They were all against marriage. So why are there feminists that try to shame men into marrying them these days with gross shame and tactics? So why are the feminists that want to get married these days? So that's something I just had to ask, and I had to go and do a little bit of research. But first I'm gonna read you some quotes, feminist quotes or radical feminist quotes on marriage. Okay, here's the first one. Marriage as an institution developed from rape as a practice. Rape, originally defined as abduction, became marriage by capture. Marriage meant the taking was to extend in time to be not only use but possession of or ownership. That's from Andrea Dworkin. I'll read another. Since marriage constitutes slavery for women, it is clear that the women's movement must concentrate on attacking this institution. Freedom for women cannot be won without the abolition of marriage. That's from Sheila Cronin. I'll read one more before I say anything else. We can't destroy the inequities between men and women until we destroy marriage. And that's from Robin Morgan. Alright, so if we go back, we could clearly see like earlier feminists. I'm not going to say the earliest feminists because, I guess you could argue there were people that feminists before Elizabeth Cady Stanton. But the point is, you can see that feminists were against marriage. Yet today we have feminists who are married and others who want to get married. Bear in mind that the third wave of feminism, marriage was exclusively heterosexuals. Homosexuals, I still know you exist. Now, if you read the article, you'll see this in the description box. Who wants to marry a feminist? You'll get an argument from a feminist as to why a feminist may marry. And this article was written in 2000, I believe. It was written by Lisa Jarvis. That's the co-founder of Bitch Magazine. And she states that feminists may do it for love, compassion, and pure joy. She goes on to imply that feminism is the reason why wives have rights that were once suppressed through marriage. Like separate bank accounts, and why husbands can't legally commit marital rape anymore. At the end of the article, she pretty much says that she and her husband Chris could have gotten most of what they got from their marriage without actually getting married. And she's also forging a new vision of what marriage is. I don't think this is a bad piece of reading at all, but I view marriage as an institution that's been tainted and it's dying slowly. And in 2014, more than half the United States was not married. And in a few years, it may be 60%. This is just a guess. I don't know that. I believe if a sudden marriage decline free fall would occur, revamping the system would occur. That would mean marriage could actually not be detrimental. Marriage and divorce could actually not be detrimental to men. Or maybe it could be like more equal. Or maybe nobody would get any benefits from marriage or divorce. Legally. Socially, that's a different story. But I think even if the detriments for men were removed, I believe men still would not go back without some serious benefits. But I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm not so sure they would go. They should go back to marriage. But that's just me. I'm one man, right? There's some other articles out there that address why feminists in these days may want to get married without feeling traitorous to the original cause, which, if you go back and read these quotes, feminists pretty much promoted the hatred of men, anti-family, anti-marriage, and in a lot of cases lesbianism. I mean, if they want to do that, I mean, whatever. But however, I could not find one that directly addresses the ideas of earlier feminists and earlier feminism, which also could have been considered radical feminism, which was, of course, directly against marriage. You'll see more quotes in the description box and also links to all this stuff I found. But I have a theory, and my theory is this. All feminists and all women know that women are the primary beneficiaries of both marriage and divorce. And with the marriage rate declining faster than blockbuster rentals, they're going for marriage for its benefits, because if they didn't, that sudden marriage free fall that I imagine, it would have already occurred, and they're just delaying it, or they're actually preventing it. But whatever they're doing it intentionally. And marriage is undoubtedly a rigged game in which a man will lose his children unless the mother is proven unfit. He will probably lose his assets. He could lose his friends. He could lose a lot of things. And yes, sometimes a woman's the one that ends up paying alimony or spousal support, even sometimes child support, but that rarely happens. And you also got to remember, women rarely date or marry down, so not a whole lot of women paying alimony or spousal support, but the ones that are, they are pissed about it. You better believe that. But they say they want equality. These feminists are, right today, they're unwilling to turn a blind eye to the benefits that they can get right now, and that future feminists may miss out on if they didn't, get married. And, well, their marriages are cause for not reforming or revamping marriage right now, or a part of it. Marriage is broken in my eyes, and that's why I believe less people are getting married. Men, stop getting married. It's not good for you. And it is redistribution of wealth from you to your ex-wives, or ex-wife if you only have one. But hey, everybody has their choices to make. Remember, the power is yours. That didn't work.